What's going on, y'all? It's DG back with another video, and in this one going to be giving y'all a quick review on these bad boys right here. This is the Kobe 5 Protro in the University Red Year of the Mamba colorway. I'll also give a quick comparison with the Year of the Mamba eggplant. For quick context, guys, this shoe only released in Asia, specifically in China. Nike did release a press article at the beginning of January saying that this was a China release. Despite that, there were a lot of articles and even news outlets saying that this would see a release stateside. I did pay resale for these. You can get these on StockX, Go, eBay, Poison, even Kickscrew. So if you see anyone having these pairs in the US, it means that they usually paid resale for it. Here's a really good look at the shoe. It is very consistent with the eggplant pair. It also comes in the same colored box as the eggplants right here. So I do wish that for the eggplants, they used a purple or eggplant colored box. And then for the University Reds, they kept this box. It also comes with a very nice dust bag right here, which is why the retail price is a little bit higher, but I can definitely see myself just using this. One big difference between the eggplants and the University Reds is that they do use gold on the toe box, whereas here they only use the eggplant color. In my opinion, I do think that the eggplant is a little bit cleaner in terms of the toe box, because I do wish that they just used red at the toe box instead of that gold right there. Here are the backs of the shoes, pretty consistent with the eggplant colorway. The outsoles though are pretty different. Now on the University Red pair, they are using this milky type of black color. I would say it's like semi-translucent, although it does lean more towards the solid side in terms of the rubber compound. But on the eggplants, you guys can see it is a pretty clear translucent outsole with that solid rubber in the forefoot. In my opinion, I don't necessarily like translucent outsoles in general. I always say this in my videos, but I just don't like how translucent outsoles look. It has nothing to do with performance, although it is a little bit nuanced in terms of people's opinions about whether or not performance, differs between a translucent versus a gum versus a solid rubber outsole. In my personal opinion, I just like solid rubber outsoles. So I do wish that the outsole was not translucent on the eggplant, and I do wish that it was not, semi kind of this milky black translucent on the University Red. But overall, that's just a little thing. I do think they look clean overall. Another difference is the sock liners and insoles. The University Red comes with red right here, and the eggplants come with this black. I do like swapping out the insoles for Move insoles. I've been using their baseline ones, which is pretty much a replacement for any type of insole. It doesn't have a support plate. There's no carbon fiber in this. This is just a more cushioned insole. So just think about a replacement for any type of insole. Doesn't have extra support. It's very, very neutral, and it's just softer. It provides a little bit more cushion without compromising court feel. So I do like this option for cushion. In terms of performance for the Kobe 5 Protro, I have talked about this shoe a lot of times on this channel. It is a shoe that I've been playing in for over a decade now. It has been very, very long since I've played in the originals, which I had the first year they released, and all the way up to now. I now have the Protros, which is kind of crazy. Time flies. A synopsis of what you need to know is that they changed the cushion from the OGs. So these do feature a Cushlon midsole, and then they replaced the Zoom in here from the OGs with Zoom Turbo. Overall performance is really good in terms of cushion. It does feel very comfortable, especially after you break it in. I do think that the Zoom Turbo and the Cushlon needs to be, broken in a little bit more, but overall it's still a really nice ride. You're still going to feel that compression there, even, right out of the box. I always say this, but the difference between the cushion setups of the Kobe 6 Protro and the Kobe 5 Protro is that I do think the Kobe 5 Protro has a lot more court feel. It's lower to the ground, whereas the Kobe 6 does have a lot of court feel, right? But it does feel a little bit more bouncy in that shoe. So if you're a guard, a big man, whatever, I do think you'll like this cushion setup because it is really well balanced in this shoe. And there's cushion in the forefoot, which, it does feel good in there, especially the Zoom Turbo. The Kobe 5 has really good traction after you break it in, especially. I would watch out for dust though, because on a very bad court, I don't think any shoe is going to stick that well. But after playing in the Kobe 5 Protro, the Kobe 5 OGs for a very long time, again, no shoe is really going to stick on a very, very bad court, but these do hold up well. The one caveat to that is that I haven't had the best experience in the X-rays in comparison to my other Kobe 5 Protros, even the eggplants. But overall, I do think the Kobe 5 Protro has good traction. In terms of support, this is a very low to the ground shoe. It does have a very wide base as well, and I feel pretty supported in this shoe. The heel counter is also very pronounced. It is very rigid. You're not going to have heel slippage in this shoe. The fit is a little bit tricky, but I do recommend if you like snug one-to-one performance fits to stay true to size. If you do have a really wide foot, I would recommend going a half size up. Or if you're going to wear this casually and you don't like a lot of tightness, then go a half size up. I would say the downsides to this shoe are definitely the price. I do feel like there are a lot of other alternative options out there, guys. Overall, there's so many competitors, there's so many different brands, there's so many basketball shoes that you can get, even at the Nike outlet on sale for a fraction of this price, and you'll play just as well, you'll perform just as well. So definitely the price at, especially at resale, since you can't get this in the States, you have to pay resale for it. Is it really worth it? Probably not, but obviously, I collect shoes. I love Kobe. I've been playing in this shoe, or the Kobe 5, for over a decade now, a very long time. And red is my favorite color if you watch my videos, so I already had to have these. So for me, it's worth it. For an average person that is on a budget, maybe not. You can just go to the Nike outlet. Another con to this shoe might be the durability, especially, if you use these outdoors, I would not, but, do whatever you want. But in terms of durability alone, I don't think these are the best, most durable shoe. The fit can definitely be seen as a downside as well. It is a very snug shoe, and a lot of people may not like that. It may just feel too tight, even at a half size up, even a full size up. I know people who just can't play in this shoe because it's just so tight and form fitting. So that's definitely, can be seen as a downside. But overall, I've been playing in this shoe very long for a reason. I absolutely love the Kobe 5. I do think you do need to break these in, especially in terms of that cushion like I talked about, but also the fit, right? It is so form fitting. But after you break these in, just like the Kobe 6, they feel so much better. My opinion on this colorway is very positive. Like I just keep saying on this channel, red is my favorite color, and mixed in with gold, right? You really want to feel like this shoe is worth the money. And I'm not saying that, to spend $300 on a shoe or even more is worth it, because I don't think, spending $300 on a basketball shoe is logically the best option. But when you do spend that much, you really want to feel like it's a luxurious product that you're getting, right? And I do feel that feeling from this shoe. It is for the Year of the Snake, which obviously coincides with Kobe and his Black Mamba brand perfectly. So I do think Nike executed this shoe very well. I have heard a lot of polarizing opinions on the new colorways like this one, where a lot of people, especially the OG guys who've been collecting Kobe's for a very long time, are saying that, Kobe would have never rocked these, or he would not have approved of these types of colorways because they are a little bit wild, they are a little bit out there. A lot of people do think these look like kids' shoes or GS shoes that are reserved for grade school version. But in my personal opinion, I do like this colorway. I do think it's just cool, right? Like when you play basketball, you're supposed to have fun. You're not supposed to be too serious, I guess. But like these are just very, very nice to look at. They're just fun. And I do think that if you do own these, I think you'll be very pleased. They're just like a nice shoe, Like I don't think Kobe's are ugly shoes at all. Even like a lot of different colorways. Some may not be the best, but these are just really nice in person. Also, I do think the eggplant colorway is much more muted. I did say this in my separate eggplant review that I uploaded around 3 weeks ago now. But the eggplant colorway is much more muted in person, right? In photos, that iridescent type of purple color really comes out. But in person, it's much more muted. It's much more low-key, much more modest in terms of color. So I do see a lot of people, or I do can imagine a lot of people rocking these just casually as well. So in conclusion, if you're able to get either of these at a really good price, now with that said, I do know that this eggplant colorway is sitting in some stores still. I did go to the mall today, did see these eggplants sitting at, the retail price, $200. They have no resale value. The University Reds obviously have resale value because they didn't have a retail release in the States. So they're going for around $300, $320 right now, which is, I do think, a pretty good price, relatively speaking, because I do think the value of the red pair will go up over time, simply due to the fact that they never released in the States, okay? So because of that, there will always be a demand. And over time, once pairs start selling more and more, there will be less dead stock pairs, which will mark up the price even more over time, right? I do think this will be you know, probably a $400 shoe by next year. So if you are thinking about pulling the trigger and just spending a lot of money on the University Reds, I will say that it may be a wise decision to get them now, just because, again, they did not release in the States, so the quantity is pretty low. Overall, I'm really happy to complete the set here. I do think that Nike executed these really well. It's not the best, you know, colorways of all time, but I do think these are really nice. If you're like a Kobe fan and you just want to wear this to a game, or you're a hooper most of all and you want to wear this on court, the performance is pretty good. I mean, there's a reason why so many people play in Kobe's. It's not even, I don't even think it's due to like his name or the hype, because before Kobe passed away, there were so many people playing in Kobe's. I don't think people understand. There was like so many people playing in Kobe's. Just because they went on sale doesn't mean no one played in them, or like people didn't think they were good shoes. I think that's such a huge misconception that a lot of people like just throw out there who weren't around at that time, who don't play basketball, is that Kobe's have always been good shoes. It's just that, you know, his tragedy marked up the resale prices. But a lot of people have always thought that Kobe's have been good shoes. Whether you want to wear this out casually, you want to wear this outside, or you want to bring this to the court, or you just want to have this as a collector's piece, I do think these are good purchases. Now, they are very, very expensive, like I keep saying, so it's up to you at the end of the day whether or not you want to purchase these. But for me personally, as a hoop shoe collector, I do like having both of these, and it's just hard, right? Like if I have the eggplant pair, I can't go without the red pair, because I do think the red pair is better, simply because red is my favorite color. And so leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think of the Kobe 5 Protro Year of the Mamba in the University Red colorway, as well as the eggplant pair. Which one do you think is better? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, follow me on all socials at TG Hoops, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.